I'm going to cut the t-shirt right across to cut the neck off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some interfacing and I'm going to interface this all the way across, because this is where we're going to attach the zipper. So I have this interfacing that I used to work on sleeves. So I just cut a piece that was the width of the shirt, and I'm going to press it on both sides to give me some firm stability to attach the zipper. Now that I've got the interfacing in the top of the neck, is I'm going to cut out the sleeves, because I don't want the sleeves. This is going to be in like an off-the-shoulder type t-shirt. And when you cut the sleeve out, you want to cut it on the t-shirt side, not the sleeve side, because you don't want this seam left here. Now that the sleeves have been removed, this is what you've got. It kind of doesn't look like much, but it's going to look really cute when it's on. So here is my rhinestone transfer that I'm going to put on the top of my shirt like this. If you don't have a heat set machine, you need to take this to a professional heat setter, because you cannot do this with a regular iron. It will not work. You can't get the pressure. So the heat press will do this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my heat press, and I'm going to go ahead and put my heat press on here, and then we're going to finish up the t-shirt, because I don't want to do anything else, because we can't put the zipper in, because the zipper can't go under the heat press machine. It'll be too bulky. So I'll see you back after I've added my transfer to my t-shirt. My heat set turned out rather pretty, as you can see. So now what I'm going to do is you're going to tailor the sides, because you want this to fit. I'm just going to kind of alter the sides by cutting in the waistline. So I'm going to go now and I'm going to take this in on the sides, and we're going to try it back on the mannequin, and make sure you try it on yourself to make sure it fits okay. I tailored it to fit, and I've also pinned up my hem where the hem needs to be, so I'm just going to cut that off. What I also did, when I tried the top on, I noticed that this was a little bit too wide on me, so I'm just going to trim this off to make it smooth. Here is my zipper, and this is what we're going to have. You want the zipper, and you must have a two-sided zipper, or a two-way zipper where it zips up on both sides. And what we're going to do is, this is what the effect we're going to have. This is going to go there, and you see the teeth at the very top. And also on the sides, I'm going to put a little split, because I want a little split on the side. Okay, so I finished off the armhole by finishing up the seam there. We've tailored the sides, and we finished up the hem by doing a double stitch on the hem, and also by adding a nice little split on the side. So to put our zipper in our top or our t-shirt, I'm going to work with the front first, and it's going to be a little tricky because you got a curve, and we want to try to keep that curve, so we're going to have to work the zipper to do so. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by turning in a small amount in the center, and we're going to place it right next to the teeth. And we're going to pin that in place right next to the teeth. And you're going to do this all the way over on this one side. And you don't want any of the black to show if you can. You want to get it as close to the teeth as possible. And I'm just sewing just a very tiny amount, a little bit there. And we're going to finish this all the way out on the left side, and then we're going to do the same thing for the back side. So I have the zipper pinned in place. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stitch this down all the way across, and when we get to the end, we're going to stop maybe about 3/4 of an inch before we get to the end. So the zipper is sewn in. We're going to zip it this way to open it up for the neckline, and this way for the other side. So I'm going to close it up for now. Now we've got to finish off these ends. So I'm going to take my utility scissors, and I'm going to leave maybe about 3/4 of an inch outside of the area I need here. So I'm going to cut it there. And I'm cutting in between the little teeth there. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So now what I will do is I'm going to take black thread and I'm going to do a buttonhole stitch back and forth right here to lock this in place. And what I'm doing is I'm sewing back and forth. I've got my ends locked in. See how I've got like this stitch across there holding that zipper in place? And to make sure that it works, you'll take your zipper and you'll unzip it. See how it stops on this end and how it stops on that end? Then you know you've done it right. We're going to take the ends of the zipper and pull it apart, just like that. And what you want to do is you want to remove the teeth off the end, all the way up to here on both sides. And that's going to require a nice heavy-duty pair of needle nose pliers. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle nose pliers, you're going to grab the tooth like this and yank it off. At the point where we did the top stitch, all the teeth have been removed on both sides. So now what you want to do is finish this off. You're going to take the top and you're going to fold the zipper edge down behind the end or the edge of the t-shirt. And as you see how you get a nice clean edge, if you do the same thing for the other side, fold it down, and see you're going to get a nice clean edge, and that's what you want to finish off with. So you're going to pin that down and then you're going to top stitch it across, and then you're done. So as you see, I've got a nice finished edge to my zipper, finished it off nicely. So now it's just a matter of unzipping to one end and unzipping to the other, and that gives you an open spot so you can adjust the neckline. So I'm going to put this on the mannequin because I want you to see what this finished product look like. Well, my zipper has been attached, and I went ahead and put a facing on the inside so that you wouldn't see the black zipper. And as you see, the zipper is in place, and I think our t-shirt turned out rather nice. So I hope you have as much fun making this t-shirt makeover as I did. Hope you try this project. Happy sewing!